Hey everyone, this is Ron Deering coming to you from my home office in snowy Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. It's snowing up a storm today, and then it's supposed to go up into the 40s the rest of the week, so I don't know what this means, if it'll just all melt and turn into slush, hopefully. I have no problem with that whatsoever, and my wife isn't driving the school bus yet to this back to school because it doesn't happen until next Monday. And I just saw a ton of snow just fall off the trees already. So it's 35 here. So enough of that. So good morning. Hey, Michelle. Good to see you out here today. We're here where I'm at, and Michelle's on the other side of the country. So we're 3 hours apart, but I am, it is just a little after 10 o'clock. So we've got, 12, 13, 14 hours left in 2019. 14 hours left in 2019. And you hear my big puppy out there. They're talking to each other, and the older one's telling the younger one, "You better leave me alone." So good to see you. So I'm not going to be out here long today. I just wanted to chat real quick about, what are your plans? It's I know for Michelle and a lot of us in our company, we're pushing hard to get the final numbers up and get where we want to be before the end of this decade. But the big question is you that should be a given. And that should be a given as to what you're doing, right? It should be a given that you're out there pushing hard for your business the last day of the month, always, right? Getting that momentum going into the next month. And, we talked about this yesterday, and we've been talking about it quite a bit because it is so hugely important. Your mindset and where you're at with your business is huge. Good morning, Charlie. Another superstar. Ray, good to see you. A bunch of superstars on here today. So you've got to make those decisions as to what momentum you're going to have going into 2020. And then my question to you is, what do you plan on doing? What is it your goal, your dreams, your desires, your vision? I was trying to think of that word. Vision for 2020 is. You see the banner down here that says Manifesting 2020 Vision, right? Manifesting 2020 Vision. And if you want to manifest that vision, and talk about manifesting, Michelle is the epitome of manifesting. She manifested winning a $100,000 BMW from our convention in October, which was phenomenal. Good morning, Christopher. Superstar Christopher Livingston, servant leader, superstar Carlos Martinez, Cindy Engel. Good to see all of you here. That is, my dog is going crazy. Off. So we have a little collar on him, and I can tell him to behave himself. But he wants to go out and play with his brother because it's snowing out, and that's what Newfoundlands do. They go out in the snow and they romp. And his brother is 7 years old and saying, leave me alone. Let me go back to sleep. So good morning, Darla. So what are your goals? If you wait until tomorrow or this month coming up, January, next month, if you wait to sit down and decide what your goals are, you're going to be behind the ball already. You're going to be behind the curve. You're going to be trying to play catch up. You need to do that. If you haven't done it, you need to do it today. Now, I was given this by my upline, Aaron Parker, and it is called, and let me switch my camera here real quick so it's right side for you guys, the Performance Planner, a personal management and goal achievement system by Zig Ziglar, right? And Zig Ziglar obviously isn't with us anymore, but his organization, his kids and so forth are still out there promoting, better life and so forth. But that's what you need to do. Now, I'm not, you see, I'm kind of not wearing my brace today, but I can't move this hand very much. So, and I'm left-handed, unfortunately, so writing and everything is very difficult, but I'm going to do it. I don't care. I've sat down, I've written out my goals, where I want to be, the rank I want to be, the number of people I want to impact, the new people on my team, all of this stuff down, what I want to do for our family, what, people I want to help, charities I want to help. What is it that is my vision for 2020? That's a huge year. I mean, I remember as a kid thinking 2020, man, I know I won't be alive. I wasn't doing the numbers, obviously, but I'm 67 years old and sitting back thinking, wow, we're in the year 2020. What am I going to do with it? God may only have a few more years, he may have 30 more years left for me. Whatever that is, I still have to make that decision of what I'm going to do this year. Starting today, been starting this whole month, getting myself in position to make 2020 the best year ever of any year that I've been on this earth. Right? It's called choices. It's called making a choice. You need to decide right now what your choices are, regardless if you met, we're still on the edge of requalifying at our rank right now. So regardless if I obviously didn't make the rank I was going to, but if you look at my digital vision board, it's the next rank is due on January, right? So the reality is it doesn't matter whether you've requalified, whether you've hit the rank that you wanted to. What matters is that you've got that journey and that path laid out. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. I'm here all alone. My wife is outside doing things, and I don't trust him to be alone in the other room right now. So, anyways, exactly, Christopher. We're all pushing, and I think the cutoff is 10 p.m. Central or 10 p.m. Pacific time, which is midnight. 1 a.m. or 1 a.m. I think it's 1 a.m. your time. But, anyways, pushing. But all that pushing does is get that engine moving, get that thing moving down the road so that tomorrow, January 1st, boom, and our company's got huge announcement on January 2nd that's coming up. That is going to be unbelievable. It's going to be phenomenal, right? So it's up to you to make the choice to sit down and, you want to make a New Year's resolution, start it before the New Year's. My wife and I just joined Planet Fitness. It's a pretty cool thing. $25 a month, even as low as $10 a month if you're just going to work out. And I'm telling you, my biceps are sore today. Again, tomorrow we'll hit it again in the morning and start, getting back into shape. But it's a decision that you make to do it. How many of you have made a decision before in your life, like a gym membership, and 2 months into it, all of a sudden you don't know how it happened. It was uncanny. You were going, and all of a sudden you stopped. You don't know why you stopped. We've all been there. We've all done that, right? But what I'm asking you today to do is to take the time in your business and in your life to sit down, whether you use, a planner like this, a yearly planner that's gives you some guidelines and gives you some spots to do what you need to do, or you just get a legal pad out and start writing things down and keeping track, or you do it digitally, which is what I would normally do. There are digital programs out there that you can get that are just like these planners, but they're digital and they do the same thing. So, you see, this is what I love. We may not hit our team goal this month, but you know what? It won't be because we didn't take the action to make the effort. Does everybody understand that? Feel good at the end of the day. Feel good at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year that you have done. Like Art Williams says, all you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is enough. Don't feel regret because you know you didn't. Feel good because you pushed as hard as you can. You did as good as you could, and now you're going to step it up, and now you're going to do more, and you're going to do better, and you're going to grow, and you're going to get better. Hey, Stacy, good to see you. Writing on paper is powerful. Yeah. I just don't have my wrist it hurts like crazy to try to do that. But it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna work on doing it on paper. I also have a digital version, and I'll transfer it back and forth and keep it, because I agree with Aaron. I believe that taking that tactile time to write things down and actually physically write them on paper makes a connection that you don't get when you're typing on a computer, right? Absolutely. We grow stronger through our adversities and our setbacks, right? We fail forward. Christopher talked about this yesterday on his live. We fail forward. The win is in the effort. It is, Stacy. It's going to be an amazing end of the year. We're not stopping until it's over, right? What do they say? The fat lady sings. I think she's passed away, but it doesn't matter. And then, the rest of the week, I'll take time. I'll get a haircut, get myself a little cleaned up. No, I'm not shaving yet. But, put into place the path that you're going. In the old days, when we were going on vacations, and now still, if I'm going to go flying, I pull out the charts. I pull out the maps. We used to go to gas stations and get the maps, and we'd take a marker and we'd mark everything out and make little notes along the way. Hey, we're going to stop here, look for this diner, look for this place, and you'd have it all mapped out. So you knew exactly where you're going, how many hours you're going to drive this. You wanted to go get this far in this day, so you drive that many hours that day to get there. You wanted to get this much further on the next day, and so forth, depending on what it's going to be. But we laid it out, so there were no questions. And if anything did come up, we had contingency plans and so forth. When you fly as a pilot, whenever I sat down and put my flight plan out, I always had contingencies, alternate routes, that if something happened, that something came up, I had alternate airports that I could go to if I got to where I was going and the airport was closed or the weather was too bad and I had to be diverted and so forth. You had to take that into consideration. But you certainly didn't just get in the plane unless you were just going around in a circle above where you were at and taking some people for a joyride. If you were trying to get from point A to point B, you didn't just jump in the plane and go, okay, I think it's that way. I'm going to go, I know years ago when flying first started, there were a lot of pilots that did that, right? There were a lot of pilots. Hey, Laura, there are a lot of pilots that, jumped up and they didn't have the navigation, electronics and everything that we have, GPS and that we have in this day and age. So they just had to kind of, look at the stars, look at the directions, say, I'm gonna go east, hope the wind doesn't pull me off course, and so forth. But now you're taking readings all along the way, and you're making adjustments all along the way because you have a plan, you have a path, you have it mapped out exactly where you're going. If you do that, and every day you get up and go, okay, today I've got to reach out to 20 new contacts, I've got to make 20 new connections, I've got to get 20 people in front of my presentation, my opportunity, whatever that is, this week, this day, this hour, however you want to break it down, but make it something that you can follow every day and check off. Okay, I did that. All right, I'm going to reach out to my team. I'm going to help, the 10 people on my team today get further along in their journey. Check, I did that. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to read a book. I'm going to read a couple of chapters in a book or listen to an audio or watch a video on my personal development. Check, I did that. It's a business. Run it like a business. Lay it out. Put the plan together. Make sure that you're doing the things that you're going to do. And I've got some big goals in 2020. And I don't have time to sit back and just hope that things will happen if I just kind of, I've got to work my tail off. If you want to get what others have, you have to do what others won't. So it's up to you whether or not you want to do it. This is all about choices. Making that decision. And like Jerry West was talking today about, one of the things you got to do is you got to be consistent and committed. Some people need to be committed a lot more than others, but you need to be consistent at what you're doing. If you get up one day and say, look, you come back to me and you're on my team and you say, or you're not even on my team, you're in my company, you're not even in my company, you're in another company, but you come back to me and you say, hey, Ron, man, this thing just doesn't work for me. I don't know what to do. And I say, well, Sally, How long have you been doing it? Consistently doing the work? Well, I did it yesterday on Monday, but I didn't do it, on Tuesday, Wednesday. There were things I had to go get the car wash. I had to do but I did a little bit of work on Thursday and that, but I've tried it and I'm getting no results. I'm going to tell you, no, you haven't. No, you haven't. You haven't tried it yet. What you've done is exactly what you said, actually. You've tried it. You've tried it. And what is it Yoda says? There is no try, do or not do. So you're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. And if you're going to do it, part of doing it is being consistent. Part of doing it is making that commitment that you're going to do it despite and until you get where you're going to go, right? Until I get to, I'm flying from North Idaho to Phoenix, Arizona. I'm going to get in the plane and I'm going to go and navigate and fly until I get there. I'm not going to stop halfway there and just, okay, crash and burn. I guess I'm where I'm going to, you make the commitment, you become consistent, you become committed, and you do it. And these are all about choices. This is all about this is all about the choice. This is all about making the choice. It's not about any magic bullet or magic button or any kind of supernatural thing. It's about you making a choice and every day doing those things in your development of your mindset and your personal growth and your business and everything else, doing the things you need to do to move a step ahead every single day. Every single day. Just do it. Exactly, Stacy. Just do it despite and until. Now, I'll tell you, I don't know when. Probably next month, maybe the month after that. At some point in the next 1 to 3 months, they're going to have to tear this shoulder apart and put new metal in it. Put metal in it. There's no metal in it now, but it's pretty much gone. And I don't know what the time frame or the date and any of that stuff is at this point in time. But here's what I can tell you. Whatever it is, it will set me back for whatever time that I'm under the anesthesia till I come out, till they say, okay, you're awake, you're good to go, we've checked you out, chill out for it. They usually make me stay overnight for one night. But then my phone's going to be up and running and I'm going to be back to work. And I'll have to go through physical therapy, and you bet there'll be an hour every 3 days or whatever, every other day that I'll have to go to physical therapy and do something, and I'll be out of commission for that hour. But I'll be right back into commission as soon as I get back into my car. And my phone is sitting there, my office. As long as I have my office with me wherever I go, I can continue to work. 2020 is not going to be a year that I sit back and go, wow, I had some really great plans. I had I had so much. Oh, man. A year of regrets. It's 2020 vision. I can see better than I've ever seen, right? 2020 vision means perfect vision. Manifesting 2020 vision. I don't care what company you're with. Whatever company you're with or whatever you're looking for right now in the company you're going to get started in, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever company you're in and running, you need to make that decision and that commitment to do it in despite and until, period. Now, if you're looking for a company, please reach out to me. I would love to have you on my team. We're going to be doing some amazing things. But the reality is, that's still all up to you. You can have the best comp plan, the best products, the best leadership, the best timing, the best company out there, debt-free, all of the things it needs to be. Everything is the top of the top of the top. And to be honest, that's where our company is. We're the #1 fastest growing network marketing company in the world for the second year in a row. We've got all those accolades, the best products, third-party certified. We're the best of the best. All of these things in place. They mean nothing if you don't make the choice and the decision to do something. I mean, nothing. You've got to make that decision. You've got to push forward. You've got to get up every morning and figure out what your vision is that drives you. So my dogs are going crazy about something, so I'm going to have to get off. But I wish you guys an amazing evening tonight. Be safe wherever you are. Some of you will be at New Year's Eve parties and things like that. Please be safe. Watch out for others. Don't drink and drive. Have an amazing day, and push till the end of this decade. God bless you all, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.